Good morning, everybody. I hope all of you are well and staying at home following our online classes. In my previous class, I was discussed about the importance of English in India. Okay, I hope all of you understand this class. And in my today, I will discuss on another topic, and the topic is acquisition of a language and learning of a language, and a comparative study between language acquisition and language learning. Acquisition of a language and learning of a language, and a comparative study between language acquisition and language learning. Okay, so this is the question. First you have to know the question very clearly. So the first question is acquisition of a language and learning of a language, and a comparative study between language acquisition and language learning. Okay, and a comparative study, first what is you have to know what is language acquisition and what is language learning, and then I will show you these points. The word acquisition means unconscious picking up of a language. The word acquisition means unconscious picking up of a language. Okay, in a natural setting or natural way. We acquired a language without effort or effortlessly in a natural process. Okay, when we acquired a language with a spontaneous process naturally in our homely environment or effortlessly, informally. Okay, so when we acquired a language informally, effortlessly, naturally, in a spontaneous way, then this is called language acquisition. And for us, as we know the language Bengali, okay, we know the language Bengali without effort, naturally and spontaneously in our homely environment, and that is why it is a language acquisition process. Okay, and this is an implicit process also. Okay, and then comes language learning. Language learning, on the other hand, is a formal process. It is a school based process. This is unnatural process, and it is explicit process. This is not implicit, it is an explicit process, and it is an efforted process also. Suppose for us, we acquired our mother tongue naturally, and with the help of our mother tongue we learn another language. We learn English as our second language with the help of our mother tongue. So English in our circumstances is our language learning process. It is a school based language learning process. We learn English with the help of our mother tongue. That is why it is a learned process. Okay, this is efforted, this is a conscious, and this is this is explicit, and this is formal and unnatural process also. Okay, and I will show you the points, and I will discuss about a comparative study. Now I will tell you the difference between these two. What is the difference, or what you have to understand a comparative study between these two, language acquisition and language learning. First, I told you that language acquisition is a natural process. We acquired a language naturally. Suppose our mother tongue we acquired. When we discuss this side, you have to remember our mother tongue, how we acquired this language. Our mother tongue means Bengali, and when we discuss about this side, language learning, you have to remember how we learn the language English. Okay, then you will have a clear idea. Language acquisition is a natural process. We naturally know, suppose a child from the after his birth, gradually he speaks some languages. How does it possible? After hearing from his parents, from home other home members, he will naturally acquire a language, and that is why it is a natural process. And language learning is an unnatural process because with the help of Bengali we gradually learn English, and that is why it is an unnatural process. And a language acquisition is an informal process. This is not formal. It is an informal process, and language learning is a formal process. We formally learn this language in our school, okay, and this is we acquired in a homely environment, and that is why it is informal process. And the third point is, it is a picked up process. We picked up this language naturally, spontaneously, okay. We picked up this language naturally and spontaneously, but we in a language learning is a learned process. We learned this language, okay. That is why we learned English, and that is why it is a learned process. And the fourth point is, it is an effortless process. Language acquisition is an effortless process, and language learning is an efforted process. We acquired a language effortlessly, and we learn a language with effort. And the fifth point is, this is a subconscious process. We subconsciously speak our mother tongue, but we couldn't speak English because it is a conscious process. We have to know the language, the alphabet, and the different letter and the word, and then we make some sentences, and then comes the speaking ability. And that is why it is a conscious process. But language acquisition is a subconscious process, and that is why it is implicit. Implicit means it is within the process, okay, and we cannot separate this process. But it is an explicit process, we easily understood, and that is why it is explicit, okay. And the seventh point is, it is a homely environmental process. Language acquisition is a totally homely environmental process. We acquired our mother tongue in our homely circumstances, okay. And after that we go to school, and there we learn English, and that is why English, it is a school based language learning process, okay. And the example is, for language learning, Bengali language, for us Bengali is our language acquired, a language which we acquired, and English is a language which we learned, okay. This is a learning process, and this is an acquisitional process. So you have to, from here there is 3 questions you have to face. First, what is language acquisition, and what is language learning, and what is the difference between language acquisition and language learning. So you have to remember this point for definition also, and for difference also. So follow this class, and thank you.